And so there's always these correction periods where things are happening, where cost of living's increased and incomes haven't caught up to it. Or if they're never going to catch up to it, people are going to have to sell or move or get into something more affordable, right? So you always have these balancing. I feel like personally, we're probably just in this kind of rebalancing period.
Yeah.
You also got to think the folks that moved down here during COVID, they made a ton of money, unrealistic money on the houses they sold in many cases. And so they're not losing out, right? They sold at a good time. They bought, they made another run. So if they're selling for less than they would have the year prior, it's not impactful, right? These are inconsequential decisions they're making. They've still made 20, 30, 40, 50% gains on real estate over the course of 5 years. Right. So that's why you take these little moments in time. I'm like, what does it mean to us now?
It's like kind of a weird time, right? With real estate and COVID and mortgage rates being like just incredibly 2%. Low. And so like, I know at least back then I lived in like the Horizons West community, and not all of the homes had been built at that time. And people were flocking to this area because it's like, hey, I'll move from California to Florida because there's no state income tax and I'm remote right now. P.S. I can get a 2% rate on my mortgage and I can buy a huge house compared to what I currently have in California. Everyone that could buy did, and there was less inventory. And now those communities at least are built up in like Winter Garden, Orange County, kind of where I like hanging around a lot more. So I don't know what's going to, I guess I'm in insurance, so I don't have a big opinion on that. But when mortgage rates go up, the buying power and the demand is way lower, which kind of seems why that would put pressure on lower rates.
And that's pretty consistent across the country though too, right? Like you're gonna see that everywhere. So some of these things, just if it's ability to finance, you're gonna see effect everywhere similarly, which may be kind of what we're seeing in that, because that was all over lots of different states.